Okay. Okay, it's not great, but we're gonna make it work. All right, Milan, come join our group.
Oh, it don't work. Okay.
You sit over here. Okay, y'all good? Do we have enough markers to go around just in case?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So what we're working on today is called a worthwhile task. So basically, I have a math problem right here that we're gonna work on, kind of a real world problem. You know, even though right now we've been talking about ratios and proportions, we've also been working on multiplying and dividing fractions. All of our problems eventually, once we start leveling up, come back to fractions. And we're about to start unit rates, and we're about to start chapter 3, where we're going to be dealing with fractions even more. So I pulled a problem here that works with fractions, and I want you guys to try to solve them. And you can use anything that we have up here. We've got calculators, everyone's got a whiteboard, we've got manipulatives. You guys are welcome to use anything you want to solve the problem, and then we're gonna go over our strategies, kind of like a number talk, okay? But you guys can use all of these things right here. Thank you, parents. So our problem says, for lunch, my mom gave me 3/4 of the pizza. I could only finish 2/3 of what she gave me. How much of the pizza did I eat? You guys want me to read it again? Are you good? You're good? Okay. You guys start thinking. Do your thing. Take as much time as you need. Yeah. Yeah. Every time we get a different calculator, they're a little bit different. I found a couple more markers in case we don't have enough. Let me know when you're ready with the silent thumbs up, just like with our number talks. Two of us are ready. The rest of y'all, go ahead. Take your time. Go ahead and finish. everyone else, let's take about another minute, 2 minutes, and go ahead and try to wrap up what we got. Let's see a show of thumbs of who's ready. Milan. Are you ready? Okay. So let's go ahead and see what are some of the answers that we got. Destiny?
1 over 12.
1 over 12. Who else got 1 over 12? Amir? What's another one?
1 over 4.
1 over 4. Who else got 1 over 4? Milan got 1 over 4. Did you get something else, Marcus? What'd you get? You got 2 answers. Okay. You got 1 over 4, and what was the other one? And 1/2.
Oh, yeah, because last.
Marcus, what'd you get? 1 over 4? Okay, perfect. Does anyone want to share out one of their strategies? Destiny, what was your strategy? How'd you work it through?
I did 3 over 4 minus 2 over 3. And then I did 3 minus 2. And then I did multiple of 4 and 3 until I got 1 over that they both could multiply into.
Okay, so you did 3 over 4 and you subtracted 2 over 3. And then what did you do?
I did 3 minus 2. And I got 1. And
Okay.
I did 4. I did multiple of 4 going to the line. And then I did multiple of 3 going to the line. I got 12 for both of them.
So you got 1 over 12. Is that similar to what you did, Amir? Okay. So you also multiplied 4 and 3 and you got your 12. So when we're subtracting fractions like this, we can't, when it comes to adding and subtracting, we can't add or subtract until we have common denominators. So you're right that our multiple of 12 is what we're trying to make that's our goal. That's what we're trying to get our denominator to, right? Because we can't subtract 4 and 3. So their greatest common factor, the greatest factor that they have in common right here is going to be 12. But in order to get both of the denominators to 12, we have one step right there where we've got to multiply. So you're right here. With 4, we would multiply by multiples of 3, which would put us with a denominator of 12. And what would our numerator be? So this fraction now becomes 9 over 12 minus, and then what you were saying over here where you lined up your multiples of 4. And so over here we would also get a denominator of 12, and our numerator would be 8. And so that's kind of where you would end up. You would still get 1 over 12 if we're subtracting how much you gave and how much you got. Milan? No? Okay. All right. Milan, let's talk about one of your strategies. Do you want to share one of your strategies? Okay. Share the one where you got 1/2.
Well, in the center, they got those ones, they were doing a third four and I think pieces. And she could only finish 2/3 because you would add 4 and then you have 3 and you only finish the 2.
Okay, so you're saying that you think our first fraction tells us if 3 out of 4 pieces, so you're saying that tells us, so we've got 4 total slices, and I was given 1, 2, 3 of my slices. I only ate 2 of my slices for lunch, so I ate half of the pizza. What do you guys think about that? That makes sense? So what do you think the difference is between this one? So we got our answer of 1/2, but then we also got an answer of 1/12, which would mean basically if we had 12 slices, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, we have some very small slices in there. So 1/12 tells us that we only ate 1 of the 12 slices. But that seems like we might have some inconsistencies there with the other fractions that we were given. Do you see that? So do you guys think that subtraction was maybe the right thing to do with these fractions? Because when we subtract them, we get 1/12. But does that really match with what we had in our problems? No? Not exactly. I'm curious about your answer, Marcus. You and Terrence, you both got 1/4. Would you guys like to share your strategy? No? Why? Okay. Well, so what are some other ways that you could solve this? So we drew our picture. Let's see, we also have our manipulatives on the table that we could use. We could kind of break up. In fact, some of the manipulatives even have fractions already on them. So we could do our 3/4 and break it up and see what we got. If we have, you know, our 1/4 cube divided up into 1, 2, 3 of them, and we were given 3 of our 4 1/4 pieces, right? If this one is a whole, this section right here gives 1/4. This one's 1/4, 1/4. We have 4 1/4 sections, or 1/4 sections. We had 3 of them, and we ate 1, 2 of them. Puts us right at 1/2. So there's a few different ways that we could have solved this problem. Excuse me. Do you guys have any questions? You guys feel good? You guys seem upset. What's wrong? It's my grade, not your guys' grades. It's okay. We were just trying the task. It's all good. That's okay. The camera's making everyone nervous? Well, that's okay. It makes me nervous too. But we got it, y'all. We got it. I'll go ahead and stop it. Although I don't think